Hi everyone and welcome back. So this video is going to be about experimenting with color. I'm actually not really sure how this video is going to go, simply because I can't remember any of this footage. I think I've explained that my family and I have moved from the eastern part of Canada, and we are now living out west. So that kind of put a kibosh on my video creation. And because I wasn't set up to dye yarn, I wasn't going to be able to make any videos for a while. But that doesn't mean that I wasn't going to be able to put out videos. I have lots of older footage that I can use. And so this is an example. This video is an example of that. I don't remember what I was doing in these videos. I do know that I was probably trying to come up with colors. I think in particular I was trying to come up with colors for a customer who I've worked for in the past and have done custom colors. She's a designer. And I do have videos featuring some of the yarn colors that I've come up for her and she's done designs for. So I think this was an instance of that, but don't quote me on that. But in this video, you're going to see me just dyeing up some different colors. I don't know if any of these colors ended up being part of my regular, I don't know, how do I put it, my regular repertoire of colors that I've added to my website. I don't remember. But it is a good example of seeing how colors do, how I do come up with ideas or come up with colors. And really, it's just trial and error. A lot of you have asked you've left comments to my videos about yarn dyeing. A lot of you have asked for specific ratios of or measurements, I guess, to get the colors that you want. And it's very hard for me to answer those questions because really for me, it's all about trial and error. It's something I've said over and over again. You have to experiment to get the results that you want, and you can't be afraid to make mistakes. In fact, some of the best colors that I've come up with have been big mistakes. I didn't get the intended results that I was going for, but oftentimes the surprise is better than what I did have initially in mind. And so you have to learn to embrace those mistakes. Don't be afraid to just add color to the yarn and just experiment and see what happens. And yes, there is going to be an expense involved with that. When I come up with my custom colors, when I'm doing the experiments, as you're seeing in these videos, I do have to use product to do that. And it might not work out, and usually I can't sell these things. This is just simply a way for me to experiment and see what I can come up with. And usually I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. So this yarn, yes, it's an expense. The dye that I use, that's an expense as well, and I'm not really going to make a profit from that. Sometimes the yarn, I can use it. Other times, sadly to say, I end up having to just throw it out. Not often, but sometimes it happens, but I can't let that be a deterrent. And I think that's something that a lot are afraid of. You're afraid to make mistakes because the yarn costs money, the dye costs money, and so it kind of maybe holds you back from just trying something new. And so this video is here to let you know that, there's no getting away from that. If you want to experiment with yarn dyeing, if you want to grow in your creativity, you're going to have to take some risks. And yes, it's going to mean a bit of a sacrifice of money. There's no way around that. But the results are worth it. And that's what I've done for all of my colors. I've got about 40 colors now that I've come up with, and they all came through this initial experimenting phase where, yes, I had to maybe do a few things that didn't turn out to finally get the result that I was happy with. And I can't be afraid or let things hold me back. The initial cost, I have to accept the fact that there will be some waste product. But then in the end, I have a recipe, and I write down what I do in detail so that I can repeat these colors, and then I have those forever. So the initial cost, it does work out in the end when I have a product that I can sell, or that, more importantly, I have a product that I'm happy with. So for most of you, I don't think you're doing this as a business. You're doing this as a hobby. So, when in the end you can come out with something that you're proud of and that you're happy to share and show other people, or better yet, if you can then make that yarn, use that yarn that you've created, that beautiful color, and knit or crochet or weave or whatever, turn that into another piece of art that you're proud of, it's worth all that experimentation. I don't think you can put a price on that. So I'm going to stop talking now and just let you watch this process. Again, I don't really remember what these colors are. I don't know if I ended up using any of them, but the experimentation and the exploring of color, just seeing what my yarn and my dyes can do, I find that so thrilling, and that's part of the artistic process, and that's what helps me to grow and gain more confidence in my dyeing work. So I hope that this video will give you the courage to experiment. If anything, that's what I would like my videos to encourage you to do. Just experiment, play, and don't be afraid. It's just string, so there is no, don't put so much pressure on yourself. Just have fun, and you may be surprised by what you come up with, and embrace the mistakes, because sometimes those turn out to be the best results. I'm so happy to finally have been able to put out a new video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. When I look back on this footage, I don't remember a lot of the colors that I experimented with, but I watched very carefully because I fell in love with some of these colors, and I'm going to try and recreate them, try to figure out what I did. Maybe I left or wrote some detailed notes somewhere. I'm going to have to take a look. But again, I wanted to thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, then please leave a comment. I love reading your comments. Like, subscribe. If you wish, hit the bell notification so that you're notified when I put out new content. Again, I want to thank you so much for watching. Your support means a lot to me, and it really encourages me to put out new videos. So until next time, bye.